Hey fellow audio engineers and music producers, in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the PaleBlue Earth USB Smart Rechargeable Battery. Batteries aren't the most interesting thing to talk about. They're kind of just something that we need, but they're not like cool. But they're super important. Having sustainable energy in the long term and sustainable raw materials in the long term is important. And for that reason I said, okay, I like this company's philosophy. Let me test out the battery because, you know, there's a lot of wild claims. And by the way, I hope the mood lighting is working. I got some blue lights in the background. Finally putting that smart light bulb to the test. Anyway, I tested this thing on my mouse, my keyboard, my wireless transmitter and receiver for a microphone system. I tested it out on a flashlight. I tested it out on an Xbox 360 game controller. And I think that's about it. I put it through its paces. And I've come to the conclusion that, first of all, it is not a replacement for my current rechargeable batteries as far as performance goes. And the reason is I'm using like the top tier nickel metal hydride batteries, Eneloop, Panasonic Eneloop, formerly Sanyo. So it's not really like that fair of a comparison because to me, this battery is most useful for people who are on the go, who travel a lot, who don't want to bring along or don't have the space to bring along a full charger. Because see, this thing comes with this cable right here, which I'll take the rubber band off. I call this the octopus or the quadrupus, as it were. And see, it has these mini USB connectors on one end. You get 4 of them, which by the way, this cable's really short because it's tangle proof. And on the other end is a standard USB, I think this is type, I'm gonna get reamed for saying this, type A or type B, whatever. It's a standard USB port cable. And the neat thing about it is it works on my old iPad charger from the year 2012. It works on my Samsung Galaxy S9 charger. I didn't try it out on my really old LG charger, but basically anywhere you could find a USB port, it'll work. So it worked on my Watson rechargeable thing, which also means I can charge it in the car if I need to. So if you want that convenience, then yes, these USB batteries, which I didn't even really show on camera, but basically when you're not charging it, this little thing slides like that, and then when you need to charge it, you just twist it over and it reveals a mini USB port, and then you just stick in the cables. And also it lights up, this like little ring right here lights up red when it's needing to be charged, or I should say it lights up when you plug it in. And then when it's finished charging, it turns green. Now, I've read that they have a circuit built into the battery so that you can't ever overcharge it or discharge it into a deep cycle where it can't be recovered. If you guys remember, I made a video talking about how I bricked one of my $250 Sony EX1 batteries, Sony BPU 60 to be exact. And yeah, it's because I was able to charge it all the way, or discharge it all the way down to less than 1%. So this battery has a built-in circuit, so you can't do that. It can be recharged over 1,000 times, which again is not the best, but I would say compared to your standard nickel metal hydride batteries, yes, that is better performance. Compared to the top brands, no. But again, for me, this battery comes in handy if you don't want to carry around a charger, if it's just too big or whatever the case may be. Now, there are other USB type battery companies out there. The thing that I like about PaleBlue Earth is that they said that they have IEC certification for safety. That's very important. If you guys remember the Samsung lithium polymer batteries, which is the same type of energy as these batteries, those batteries were exploding. And I asked them about this, and they said that if you're worried about it being punctured and exploding, they actually are surrounded in a layer of steel so that under normal usage, meaning you're not taking a fork to the thing, under normal usage, where you might drop the battery or it might get scraped a little bit, you should be fine. You shouldn't be catching anything on fire. And it's really important because I know some people are like, well, I can go on, Alibaba or Wish or whatever and find the same type of batteries. Do you really want to risk burning your house down to save $15? That's the question you have to ask yourself. For me, and I know maybe I'm wrong about this, but this company seems to come across as one that'll put quality assurance higher than like non-name brand companies. So to me, it seems like they're trying to be the best USB battery company out there. And they had a successful Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaign. So congratulations to them for that. And I'm going through my notes here. Oh, if you're a gamer, these batteries, great for Xbox 360 or Xbox One controllers. They work great. I actually used it about 5 days in a row for about 2 to 3 hour sessions each day. And it still had, 3 or whatever, the full amount of battery. Now, here's the kicker. Because it does put out a constant voltage until it completely dies, it's not like a normal battery where it'll start losing a little voltage and then the battery indicator will show that. Because I've tried this on my wireless transmitter and the receiver, and those indicate battery power. Well, guess what? It was full until all of a sudden it was dead. So the claim of constant voltage until it dies is, I can confirm that. As far as the camera flash, now this was the disappointment. My camera flash with the Eneloop batteries, again, the Eneloops to me are like the best of the best AA's and AAA's you can get out there. The Eneloops, they recycled the flash quickly. Compared to the PaleBlue Earth, PaleBlue Earth was basically double the time to recycle the camera flash off of a full blast. Yeah, these are obviously slower. Now, I tried it out on like normal shooting and it wasn't an issue. But if you take a lot of like, if you use like one of those elephant things, or if you use a diffuser on your flash, so it's constantly using the full charge or close to it, stick with Eneloops. But really for anything else, the flashlight output, the light brightness stayed the same until once again it died. So that's what I'm saying is like, it's not going to dim. Like when I use the Eneloops in the flashlight, which, nope, I can't pull it out right now, but in the little Maglite flashlight, it'll dim as the battery's dying. For normal type of appliances, for normal type of portable things, absolutely no problems. So in conclusion, I'll say it again. Do you need this battery? Is it a high performer? First of all, yes, it charges in under 2 hours. Awesome. Using I believe it's a 5 amp or 5 volt or 5 amp. I always get those confused. But as long as you're using a newer like USB 3 or USB-C, or basically any, like I said, if you use like an iPad adapter or an iPhone adapter, the thing that you charge your smart devices with, you can plug this cable into, and I'll show pictures on screen, but you just plug this into it, or you can use an OTG cable if you want to charge off your smart device. You have a variety of charging options, which is great. But as far as performance is concerned, and price to performance, it is not the top thing. So the only way I would recommend this battery is if you want to have it so that, you know, you're not needing to have a charger besides the one that it comes with. And one suggestion I have to PaleBlue Earth is once these go to retail, because right now you can't buy them, and I don't believe they started shipping yet, but later this month they will. PaleBlue Earth, please offer an option that does not include this cable, because then you can save on, you know, these. I can imagine these racking up some space in people's cabinets and whatnot. So, you know, once people buy enough of the batteries, offer just the batteries, not the batteries plus the charger. But, and maybe even consider one where it doesn't include this box, because this is more plastic waste. I do love that it came in this box that it looks like it's made out of recycled paper, and they used a lot of minimum of ink. So, you know, I like the company's philosophy, and I definitely believe that if you're still using non-rechargeable batteries in the year 2019, then you're just throwing money away. And I know it's a higher upfront cost to buy rechargeable batteries, but in the long run, you're saving money. Even including the electric that it takes to charge the batteries, you are saving money. At the very least, you're saving on raw materials. And that's really about it. So again, I recommend it if you are a traveler or somebody who's on the go and just needs convenience. So this is definitely a convenience type of item. And again, I like the company's philosophy. So, and if you're going to get a USB smart battery, this is probably the company to go with because of the safety measurements that they seem to have taken into account, which can't always be guaranteed with all the companies out there. Thanks for watching. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com.